Tuesday Seventh-day Adventists, a revival of original Adventism and ancient Christianity, presents Escape for Thy Life. Good day, this is Brother Medina for Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist, and please let us start with a word of prayer. Gracious loving Father, be with us as we enter into your word. Bless everyone that pay attention and help them to see your great love as the end draws near. In Jesus' holy name, amen. Well, today our program is Disasters and Pestilences. Disasters and Pestilences. And there are so much things happening as signs of Jesus' second coming that all we can do is to show you a little portion of them. But there are so much things happening that we will speak less and show you much in this television program. And while the end is near coming, ministers in false religions are doing horrible things, causing their flock to be lost. So we need to follow the truths of Jesus Christ. We need to give up false religion. We need to accept the truths of Jesus Christ before it is too late. So we want to start off with this first terrible clip of a terrible disaster that took place in Latin America. Take a look at this clip.
Dozens of houses have been destroyed in a landslide in the Bolivian capital of La Paz, displacing hundreds of residents according to city authorities. Entire brick homes caved into clouds of dust and toppled down a hillside as locals fled carrying children and pets. Emergency services managed to evacuate the neighborhood before the worst of the collapse, averting casualties. However, rescue workers were searching for one missing person, the municipal secretary said. 46 homes collapsed completely and another 18 suffered damage, officials said. At least 88 families of 380 individuals had been forced out of their homes and were in need of aid.
No bajes, hijo. Ya no bajes, ya no bajes. Ya no bajes. Que salga nomás.
Sí, va a reventar. Va a reventar. Ahí va a ser. Va a sobrepasar. Aquellos autos tienen que salir. Va a ir hacia allá. Va a ir encima. Eso tiene que desaparecer.
Se está yendo, chicas. Vayan allá a la cocina. A la cocina, anda. Rápido. Lupe, cálmate, a ver. Se ha ido todo. ¿Y nosotros más?
¡Dejen el auto! ¡Puta madre! ¡Deja el auto! ¡Deja el auto! ¡Salgan! ¡Que salgan de ahí!
Yes, my dear people, wasn't it horrible to see all those houses, apartment blocks from a whole landscape sliding down a hill and being destroyed? Obviously it was horrible. But watch again at this horrible clip of pestilences as Jesus warned. In Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7, here is what we are told. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in different places. Notice pestilences is one of the signs of the end. And you will see a large amount of pestilences that are struck from Africa, North Africa, to the Middle East, also to even Madagascar. Terrible pestilences of insects, all kinds. Take a look at this clip which shows you the horrible pestilences that Jesus prophesied of.
فذاك لنا السنوب اللي هنا ما عبش إلا بعضهم يا حجاب الله حجاب ربي ليش والله قد يفعل يكفن مدينة كاملة ما شاء الله أنا ما أعرف العليا هاك يجي 500 دكشة النامش وقت الصواء.
كما تلاحظون الآن أسراب الجراد غزت منطقة نجران بكثرة. لا إله إلا الله سبحان الله ولله في خلق الشهور. هي الآن تتجاوز منطقة نجران منطقة القابل حتى الحمام قسما بالله ما أدري كيف يطير بينه. سبحان الله ولا إله إلا الله. شوفوا الآن أسراب الجراد مغطية القابل مغطية الجربة مغطية القاع. لا إله إلا الله ولله في خلقه.
لكن في حقته وأنت مخزن.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اليوم السبت 27/4/2019. احنا من عند الشبك جنوب على طريق 500 والجراد طالع من المحمية اللي بيننا وبين السعودية ورايح جاي من شرق رايح جبله للمزارع. يا سبحان الله شيء عجيب والله شيء عجيب. أول مرة أنا في حياتي أشوف يبشرون يمشي سبحان الله جراد أول مرة أشوفه شيء عجيب. كل هذا مغرق في المحمية اللي بيننا وبين السعودية، والحين رايح نجيب له يمنا المزارع ويا المزارعين هذه مصيبة الله يعينكم. هذا الجراد الجاي.
السلام عليكم. شوفوا يا شباب، شوف يا شباب، شوف هاي مزرعة اخونا ابو محمد. لا اله الا الله، وصل لنا من السعودية. طالع القاع. لا اله الا الله، الله يسر بستره. شوف الطوفة، شوف جاي من السعودية. شوف طالع لا اله الا الله، لا اله الا الله. زح
المطر لا اله الا الله.
Of all the rains, the biblical plagues of locusts, take a look at these scenes here. This is across Africa and the Middle East, and the swarms are this dense, truly. Holy Land, Jordan, Israel, just absolutely eaten to the nubs in the earth. And take a look what's happening in Egypt, also Iran, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, India. Wherever you look, there are locust plagues this big on our planet right now.
Saudi Arabia is being plagued by a huge outbreak of locusts, which is sweeping the country. Tens of millions of insects descended on Najran, near the Yemeni border at the weekend. Darkened skies and layers upon layers of insects were discovered in trees as swarms arrived along the Red Sea and invaded the country from Sudan and Eritrea. Egypt has also been struck by large numbers of locusts, with a small swarm capable of consuming the same amount of food in one day as 35,000 people. UN experts warned about the level of creatures arriving in Saudi Arabia. Fruits, crops and vegetation are all at risk of being eaten through. The UN Food and Agriculture Organization warned good rains along the Red Sea coastal plains in Eritrea and Sudan have allowed 2 generations of breeding since October, leading to a substantial increase in locust populations and the formation of highly mobile swarms. A few months ago, a large number of insects invaded Islam's holiest site in Mecca, startling worshippers.
لا إله إلا الله. شوفوا يا ناس، هذه الوفرة حاليا، هذه الوفرة حاليا.
أبو مشاري اليوم الجمعة. شوف الجراد، شوف هذا عندنا في المزرعة، شوف كمياته، شوف ترى لا نرش عليه شيء علشانك. ها شوف شلون طال، ما نرش عليه لا شيء ولا نقول لك اياه. شوف يا ابو مشاري، شوف كميات مهولة. شوف على السوق، شوف هذا تعبي أطنان. شوف
Yes, my dear people, when Jesus met with his disciples on the Mount of Olives, and they asked him, what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? The first major warning, the first major sign that Jesus gave to his disciples was about false religion. If we read in Matthew chapter 24, and we read verse 4 and verse 5, here was Jesus giving an answer to the disciples. Here is his answer. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and shall deceive many. Notice he didn't say many shall come in their name, saying they are the Christ, but many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and shall deceive many. Jesus warned here of a great, grand, false Christian religion that would exist as a sign of his second coming. Yes, my dear people, he warned us of what kind of religion it will be. In Matthew chapter 7, here is what we are told as we read verse 15. Jesus said this, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Yes, my dear people. And in verse 21 to verse 23, he also tells us, I quote, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have we not cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And Jesus said, and I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. End of quote. Yes, my dear people. So Jesus clearly warns us that a great, grand, false religious Christian movement that doing miracles, that speak in tongues as they say, and that do many wonderful signs will exist, but they will not be doing the will of God. What is this will of God that they will not be doing as signs that they are not true? If we look at Psalms 40 and verse 8, we actually get what this sign is. I quote, here is what we are told. I delight to do thy will, O my God, yea, thy law is within my heart. So notice God identifies the law as his will. The will of God for us is his law, not by human works, but by grace. Because we are told in Psalms 119 verse 29, give us thy law graciously. So by grace he gives us his law. He doesn't make us transgress his law. So this law is given to us, and we are told clearly here that the law is the will of God, that these religions will be lacking. So we want to show you, as our final clips, religions, evangelical religions, where they are clearly proving that God is not with them. Because this one, the minister tells people to take off their underwear and wave it before God, that angels will see it, and that women are to press their hands on their private part so that they will get pregnant. What kind of religion is that? Falsehood. In another one, the minister tells the congregation to beat up each other, to fight each other. Why? To get rid of demons from them. And the whole church descend into infighting and coughing down and kicking up and all sorts of horrible things. These are the kind of false religions you have to deal with today. But we have just given you this as an extreme example. If they were to do the will of God, which is in his law, they will love their neighbor as themselves, and they will not do those wrongs.
Just touch it, let me pray. The fire of the Holy Spirit. Touch in the name of Jesus.
Finally, my dear brethren, here is what we are told in Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 9. I quote, He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. Did you see that? If you don't want to hear the law of God, don't expect God to hear your prayer. Your prayer is an abomination. Because if you don't want to hear God's law, why are you praying to him in the first place? Because he would tell you to keep his commandments. And then again, finally, in verse 4, those that get persecution for being a Sabbath keeper or for keeping the commandments of God, persecution in their home and in their environment and on their job, here is what the Bible tells us in verse 4 of Proverbs chapter 28. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. So if you keep God's law, you will have to contend with the wicked, but the wicked will continually praise the wicked once they are against God's law, and so you will know that they are not of God. So may you continue living in that spirit of obedience to God's law, contending with the wicked and praying to God while the wicked turn away. But you will try to get them to be converted. So work hard for their conversion, that they too may be found in obedience to the commandments of God. So may God bless you until we meet again. In Jesus' holy name, amen.